What's up? It's Super Chase, and today I'm bringing you guys a video of the best cards to buy if you have $5 for the Pokemon game. I'm looking at a ton of different cards. Obviously, a lot of these are modern because if it's only $5, right, that doesn't give us a lot of room to kind of explore other parts of the game because $5 just quite frankly isn't that much money. But I made the most of our budget, and I think we got a ton of amazing cards on this list that will definitely be more than $5 in the future. So let's just get into it. And I have a ton of cards, by the way. I just wanted to throw everything in there that's going to be a pretty good buy. So I have to be pretty brief about these cards unless I wanted this video to be like 30 minutes long, which I don't. But right before we get started, I want to show you guys the Super Chase criteria, which is brand new, state of the art. This just came from corporate. Is it pretty? Is it playable? Is it famous? So basically that's what we're going to use to judge these cards. So Airy is definitely not famous, but it is pretty and it's playable. So it's a pretty solid card. And this card is a couple of these cards you'll see on this list are based on a $5 investment into the idea of the waifu tax and the waifu cards and full art waifu or full art girls in Pokemon games. Because look, I've been playing games for a while. Yu-Gi-Oh! Vanguard, Pokemon. The waifu shit, it's a pretty strong phenomenon, and it's not really going anywhere. So it's only $5. Airy's a pretty good card. Moving on. Bianca, Gen 5 is clearly getting a lot of attention from Pokemon right now. It's a beautiful card. Same idea with Airy. Is it playable? Is it pretty? Is it famous? It's pretty and it's famous. It's not that playable. Maybe it is playable. I don't know this card that much, but yeah, it's pretty. And I would argue that Bianca's a pretty famous person in the Pokemon thing. So for $5, get in on it. Deerling, Sawsbuck, if you could somehow get these both for $5, I mean, that would be kind of crazy. I think that'd be kind of optimistic, but Deerling and Sawsbuck, this is just a beautiful art from Temporal Forces. I think, again, this game is headed into a lot of different directions. The competitive has never been better, but also the collective side has also never been better. These are the best arts we've ever gotten. This came out just last March. You know, these are brand new cards, and the Sawsbuck and the Deerling, these are absolutely beautiful. I could see people really liking these and flocking to those cards. Metagross, picked purely on the basis that it's Metagross. It's beautiful. It's a cool art. I just think in 4 to 5 to 10 years time, if you look at what kind of Pokemon has always done in the history of every single era, these cards will appreciate. And this is a really pretty card. It's a bit unique. It's literally like pushing snowballs and like making houses, but it's really cool. And it's Metagross. Is it pretty? Is it playable? Is it famous? It's pretty and it's very, very famous. So $5, easy. Professor Turo's scenario. Again, we don't have to consult this on everything. Basically, this is my like rule book of what I'm using to judge these cards. So Turo's, I'm pretty sure this card is very useful because it has 65 listings right now. This card's starting to disappear. So for $5, I think that one could go pretty soon. So Parasol Lady and Mela, I don't know how to say her name. Based purely on the sense of waifu tax. They're both just pretty, and they might not be that famous, but again, people flock to these cards, and if you don't think this is going to go up, if you think that's a crazy idea, like, I've seen stranger things in this hobby. I really have. $5 for a waifu card, that seems very low, honestly. Looking at Obsidian Flames, I didn't even pull up a single card, but you could see all these are like dollars. Look at this, SIR Gita for $1, a pathetic dollar. Guys, I get it's Obsidian Flames. This is easily the worst set we've gotten in the Scarlet and Violet era. I don't even touch a set. I haven't opened a pack. It's boring. These cards are still really cool, but people are staying away from it because people kind of just like mass agreed that like they weren't really fucking with Obsidian Flames. But these Pidgeotos, some of these cards, I mean, get them while they're cheap, guys. Again, like, people might not believe in these sets as much as, you know, Evolving Skies, these other sets, but also the buy-in for Evolving Skies is hundreds of dollars, is a very big price tag. This is $1. You know what I mean? There's a lot of cool finds in here. They're only $1. It depends on what price you can get these things at. That's really what it comes down to. Wochi NEX, again, it says $8.99. Don't pay attention to this price, but you got to pay attention to the prices down here. If you could pick this up for $5-6, that's crazy. It's a beautiful card. This will go up. Tinglu, same thing. Quavel, same thing. Starter Pokemon is only going to get more popular over time. It's a beautiful card. I own 4 of these cards. Very pretty. Riolu's a really famous Pokemon. Drowsy's Gen 1. Arcanine is Gen 1. Armarouge is a very famous Pokemon. Great Tusk. This is just kind of like the dollar store section from Scarlet and Violet base. Chirisu is a really cool art. Again, it depends what price you can get these things at, but a lot of times you could be spending less than $5 on these cards. Pokemon's a weird hobby. It either has been discovered already, everybody's kind of liked it and found it out, and it's really expensive already, or that's going to happen in a few years or a few weeks, or it's never going to happen. So it's kind of just like the game of playing, you know, cards and seeing if they go into this kind of like lucrative spotlight and get all the hype. But Great Tusk, again, Donphan, old Pokemon from Gen 2. People love it. This is a really cool form. Really great art, too. Hard to pull. Like, again, just a couple things that go into it. These are just like fundamentally hard to get cards, which is always going for a card as well too. Hisuian Samrock, Crown Zenith. If you can pick these up for $5, crazy steal, crazy steal, crazy steal, crazy steal. If you can get any of these for $5 in good condition, well scented, crazy steal. Sharon's Cash, crazy steal. Mew, crazy steal. These are all going to be, and again, if you could find them lower, even better. But this Rayquaza VMAX, I think I pulled up $5. Like, again, iconic Pokemon in this crazy foiling that we might not ever get ever again, and we're probably not going to get VMAXs. The very quickest we get VMAXs in likely like well over a decade, and I would bet honestly maybe never again, or in a very long time. So, you know, again, you got to take these things into consideration. Same thing with the Pikachu, iconic. Nessa, full art waifu, cool looking card, and she's throwing a dive ball. Like, that's kind of unique. We haven't had a lot of cards like which kind of show other Pokeballs, which I personally love, by the way. I love when like other Pokeballs are incorporated. Mew VMAX, super cool card too. Again, $5 for like a cool purple, gold, black Mew. This is cool too, a legendary from the other games. It depends, like if you played these Galarian games and you love these Pokemon and you think they're going to be more popular, this one too, easy steal. I think this is like for $5, which I don't even think damage hollow foil, heavy play for $5. Yeah, I probably wouldn't get a heavy play, but Moltres, great looking card. I have this too. It's got texture on it. Amazing. So we covered a lot of great cards for $5, guys. As you can see, there is many different cards you can invest your money into. $5 is just a very small buy-in card. So we're looking at a lot of trainer gallery cards, a lot of slightly lower end cards, but I really do believe a lot of these could be genuine dark horses and see a lot of gain in the next, you know, couple of years to come. So we'll just have to see. You always got to think, is it pretty, is it playable, is it famous? If they somehow check all three of these boxes, they're probably already an expensive card. But if they even check one or two, is always a pretty good sign that you're investing into the right product, at least with, you know, for your money's sake. If you guys want a $10 version or a $50 version, let me know in the comment section. I would love to make one of those videos. I'd be able to get a lot more flexibility and pick cards from all different eras. So yeah, let me know in the comment section. I would love to know. And yeah, it's been Super Chase. I'm signing out. Peace.